operators, we've actually taken time to do some of that in the previous session where we actually understood how Python actually think, right? What result that Python give us when something is true and something is false, right? We use print function to see the result of that. In this session, we want to continue on that. There is something that we do every day, something simple that you may not notice that Python is or programming languages are actually using that. Let's say you take your phone, you unlock the password, right? So when you enter your password, if it is correct, then the screen will open for you, right? So there's a program below that's checking that. So whatever you put inside, it will check it and see if that your value is correct. That's what we did in the previous session. Sometimes when you enter some website and you want to log into your app with your account, let's imagine you have an account already. What happens is that you have to enter your email and enter the password associated with that email. So Python will check if that email is valid and also check if that password is correct, right? So here we are checking the correctness of the email and the correctness of the password. Both of them must be correct before you can give access to the person, right? But what we did in the previous session was just checking one way. What we did in the previous session was just checking for one thing, checking one time, like checking the validity of the email. That's what we did. But then in comparison, if you continue the comparison operators, we'll see that you can actually check two different things and get their results, right? Both of them must be true before you can do something, right? So you want to check the result and see, oh, is the email correct? Is the password also correct before you give access? So now we are going to go through the exercise and see how to do that using Python.
Are you ready to master Python and evaluate your coding skills? Look no further than Scholar Opportunity Nexus YouTube tutorials, where learning is fun, simple, and accessible to everyone, whether a beginner or looking to sharpen your skills. Our step-by-step lessons cover everything from basics like variables and loops to advanced topics like data analysis and web development. No experience is necessary, just your curiosity and willingness to learn. With fresh content added regularly, there's always something new to explore. Subscribe to Scholar Opportunity Nexus on YouTube today and unleash the power of Python programming with Sam.
Now, in that session, right, in the previous session, we had this my number one, and then we compare the result of this. Let me play this. So my number one is 190, and then my number two is 19. So when we compare this and we play this, you see we are getting true. Because number one is greater than number two. 190 is greater than 19. So yeah, it is valid. But then we don't just want that. We want to let's add some few numbers and see. Let's say someone's age 1 is equal to 70, age 2 is equal to 20. So it says age 1 and age 2, right? So we want to check that what pattern will give us if age 1 is greater than age 2 or age 1 is greater than 18 or not that, right? Okay, so now let's see how we are going to do this. So this is the first expression that Python is saying, printing this. Let me comment this print. Now let's say age 1 is equal to age 2. You know what's wrong with this? Do you know what's wrong with this? I want to compare. I'm not assigning. So if I want to compare two things, equality of two things, we said in the previous session that we have to use the double equal to sign. So you have to use the double equal to sign. So if you are using double equal to sign, meaning you are comparing, not assigning. If I had done the first one, h2 value will be given to h1 value. We are assigning the h2 value to the h1 value. But then here we want to compare, so you have to use the double equal to sign. Now h1 is equal to h2. But then we want to see that result. In order to see the result of this expression, we say what print, we put print around this in order to see the results, right? So now let's go to run it and see what Python, what do you think? False, right? Age 1 is 70, age 2 is 20. It can be true, so it's false. Let's say age 1 is greater. Let's say it's greater. It's greater than this, it will still be false, right? Age 1 is 70, so it still be false. Yes, it's false. Okay, so now that one is working, right? Now we want to check that what will Python say if in two conditions are the same, like age 1 is greater than age 2, whether it's true, and another thing should also be true before we get a final result. Like, let's say my number 1 is 190 and my number 2 is 19, right? So we want to make sure that we get true. My number 1 is greater than number 2 as a true case, and we also focus that age 1 should be greater than age 2 as another true case. These two different cases should be true before we can proceed with a particular thing, right? So in order to link that, in order to check two conditions, the validity of a true condition, two conditions, right? We have to link them. We have to link them using another expression, which is just simply the AND expression. So this age 1 is greater than age 2, and my number 1, this is my number 1, is greater than my number 2. So this is what I have simply, right? Age 1 is greater than age 2, and my number 1 is greater than number 2. So Python will check the first condition. Age 1 is greater than age 2. When it's done, it will check the other one. My number 1 is greater than my number 2, right? If it is false, if this one is true and this one is also true, then the whole condition will be true, right? Because email should be true, and then password should be true before you are given access. So if one of them is wrong, then you will not be given access. So you have to make sure that both of them are correct. That's what the AND is. So you have to check email and password. Email and password. Email should be true and password should be true before you are given an access. That's what is happening here. That's why we use the AND, the AND, to check that the condition 1 and condition 2 are true. If both of them are true, then Python will say, okay, you have access. If one of them is wrong, Python will say, nah, everything is false. None of them, you should not be given access. None of them should be false, right? That's what the AND will do. Let's run this and see what we'll get. False. Why are we getting false? Age 1 is greater than age 2. That's false, right? Once age 1 is greater than age 2, none of them should be false for us to give us access. If your email is wrong and password is correct, definitely. So none of them should be wrong, right? Yes, so that Python says is false. Even my number 1 is greater than my number 2. You see that my number 1 is 190. That one is true. But then when you merge it, when you link it to the other condition, age 1 greater than age 2, it's going to be false because that one is false, right? Let me change this one to less than. So what happens if you run this? If you run this one, it's true. I don't say it's true because age 1 is less than age 2 because age 1 is 17 and it's less than 20 in age 2, right? That particular condition is true. And then you go to the next one. My number 1 is greater than my number 2. That one is also true because 190 is greater than 19. That is true. So both sides of the AND command or AND term or AND expression are true. So the both terms are true. In case that both of them are true, right, then you'll be given access to the platform or to your account, right? But if email is wrong, password is wrong, you can't have access. So that's what technically happens below the program that you are accessing, whatever platform it be. So always there's this security check. This is how the programming languages do that. But in Python, in order to connect one expression to another expression, we use the AND. There is another one called the OR that we'll be exploring in the next session. So stay with us so that we also take time and understand how Python will operate that moving forward.